Good morning. Oh gosh, that lighting is a bit dull. It's not sunshiny outside this morning, so the light coming in from the window is not good. It's a dull looking day to start with. As my energy feels dull this morning, is yours? I found it really hard to get out of bed. I just felt like laying in. But once I'm awake, I tend not to stay in bed. I did get up, as you can see. We're here to actually share the Daily Lenormand card spread. So I'll switch over in a minute, just tune into your psychic senses, turn on that little switch that goes, yay, I'm ready to receive these messages, please, Spirit. So good morning, Kathy, and good morning, Keza, and good morning, Kim. You're on your way to work again while listening. I think it's great that we've got the technology that allows that. Now I'm switching over to the cards. So here we have the Owl and the Inner Soul Guidance card as well. Now, here we go. Here's the Owl card. I just love the owls. There's so many different species of them, and they're all so gorgeous. Here's Focus on the Good. And I'm feeling this is a precursor for what the spread is actually saying. So focus on the good. Here we go. And you'll see in a minute as far as the spread. And here is the Inner Soul Guidance card. It is the inkwell and the quill. So what we're needing to do is look carefully at agreements and be careful what you sign. So it's not saying that what you're going to sign up to and everything's yuck. It's just be careful. Make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And it is exactly what you want to sign into. Otherwise, don't sign. Reorganise it until it is where it's mutually agreeable that you are willing to sign it. That's what I get from that one. Okay, so we'll move into the Lenormand deck. Oops, sorry. I've got to find my pen. One day I'll have the different another camera so that all I have to do is switch and it will move with me. That'd be a good camera, wouldn't it? I think there is one that does follow your movement as you're going around. I'm not sure though. Right now, I've got it here in my focus in the car in here now. So what we've got's the labyrinth in the home space. Oh, good morning, Carol. Before I start, good morning. Lovely to have you here. Here we've got the labyrinth in the home space. We've got the anchor as the workspace today. We've got the mask doing the unexpected, the things that come in as a surprise, and we've got the tower as our role. And in the centre, we've got the cross. Now, this morning, and it's purely because of influences, I dare say, of what my dreams and what my own life situation and everything is, that the interpretations may be slanted towards that, of course. Certainly put your own situation and life experiences and everything in the picture when you're hearing what is happening in these cards for you. Okay. In the home space, look, life does seem like it's a bit of a maze at times. It really can feel like we're going up the wrong path and hitting a dead end at times. Well, sometimes that is true, that we do hit a dead end at some point, but we have the ability to go back. We can go back, retrace our steps to that point where we can go on that different pathway. And it doesn't negate the fact that what we've already experienced on that moving towards that dead end, it's not invalid. It's very valid in what experiences we've had through that part of the journey and who we've met, who we've come across as that pathway. That, dead end or not, it doesn't matter. It's the experience. It's not actually the goal, what's your goal? Is it really the center every time? We just move forward and continue having life experiences. It is towards a goal of sorts, I suppose, but it's not that goal that's going to be the end of each and every one of these pathways. And we don't really expect that. I don't. I want it to be my life experience as it is, in whatever way I'm being directed, whatever way I've agreed to in my soul contract. So trust that what pathway you're moving on right at the moment in your home and family life is the right one, because it is. It's perfect as it is. Okay. So I think this is where we are needing to, excuse me. Good morning, Estelle. Lovely to see you here. And Sarah, just saw you popping in too. And Karen, lovely to see you here. It's morning. Morning. Yes, it is. Yes, I have. It's not been long since I have been hopped out of bed, so to speak. All those dream world things are still an influence in my head. That's almost a rhyme, wasn't it? So, oh, and Mia. Good morning to you, Mia, as well. It didn't drop out. So the goal isn't really what we're here for. It is the experience. It's the living the path. So it is the perfect time wherever you are. It is where you're perfectly meant to be. So if you do see that you're coming up to one of those sorts of dead ends, just turn around, re-experience some of what you're going back upon, or create it newly, as if it's a new experience as you're moving back to that next branch that you can go off on a new journey. Okay, as you can see here, there's one that's just there that's a dead end, but it goes back and around and you finally find that goal. It's the coming upon who and what and those situations that are your experience in family. This is where it's in the home space, so I do feel it's family, friends. So fully experiencing it, having those moments where it really is a depth of understanding, especially if you need to repeat something as well. Sometimes we go back down a very similar path. Look, it's all part of what our journey is. So love it and flow with it, move with it. What we've got here in the workspace now is actually the anchor again. We've had the anchor several times over this last week. It is creating that stability, especially in our workspace. If we, put that focus on the good and make sure that in our workspace, those agreements, the dot the I's, cross the T's, have those agreements and contracts as we want them, then it allows, this is allowing us that time to make that space, the steadiness of that space, to be able to make sure that we have got all of those things sorted before we pull up and move to another thing. As far as using the anchor goes, it does feel like there's going to be some stability in what may be a difficult day. Okay, the mask itself, in its unexpected role, is going to either give us the opportunity to hide behind it or take it off to reveal what is that true essence of what's happening at the time, or who we are and how we're going to make our stand at a particular time or not, in the workspace or whether it's in the home space. So it can be, I'm feeling the struggle with the cross sitting in the middle today. So it can be that it's going to be a difficult day, is what I'm feeling, but focus on the good. Uh, Allow yourself some vulnerability. And if you really don't feel that you're going to be safe, if you have that feeling of not wanting to come out from the mask, don't. It can be there as a little bit of protection and help with your stability of in the day with that anchoring. Um, it's not a permanent thing. Those masquerade masks that they'd have on a stick and hide and look beautiful, um, to reveal at some point in time. Look, that's in your control. You have that power. You have that ability to do that at any point that you want to. So don't feel threatened by that. Oh, good morning, Judy. Lovely to see you here too. Gorgeous. And I can see that. Let me just go pop over there. Excuse me for the. I'm just going to take a moment. Let's take a breath. Take in what you've already seen, what I've already explained. And I'm just popping over to the My Time one to see these comments. Someone is doing, just going to have a real quick little, whoopsie. Oh dear. One of the things that with doing this reporting, if it's wonderful for you to do that, thank you so much. and I'm just doing it as a administrator in the mytimetv.live, so that should be good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, as we move, I left your comment on screen there, Judy. Apologies for that, but it's all good. All good. I did have to just take that time to ban a troll, scammer, whatever you want to call them. In our role, here is the tower, and it's the tower of strength. It's the tower of being fully you, creating that sense of very much a strong foundation, a strong personality. It's tapping into your strengths, putting your feet into Mother Earth and really grounding, really pulling on that energy of stability, strength. I'm not going to move, because a tower is certainly almost like the mountain. It could be going to be very businesslike and not fall in a heap as such. If you're challenged, it's going to be that you will be able to set your boundaries and stand by them. That's what I'm feeling with the tower today. It really is calling on us to pull our strength, pull on our strength. Here we've got the stability of the anchor. We have sometimes a bit of uncertainty in our home space, but we've definitely got the strength of the tower as our basis today. And having that, the owl saying, focus on the good. Here we're moving into the cross as the outcome overall. It is that letting go. It's what I felt when I saw the cross in this spread today was, oh God, it's going to be a difficult day. I felt that already as I woke up. I felt it was going to be a difficult day. We all have health issues, and that for me at the moment is one of those things. I'd tweak me back and my thumb bloody hurts. Actually, the whole wrist is hurting this morning. So it's not pain. It's more an inner pain is what I'm feeling with this as well. And to do more with relationships and people, because for me, that's what my dreams were about, is family relationships and the pain that they can be. And sometimes we do continue on keeping things as our responsibility that we really don't need to. It's also being unforgiving when the hardest thing to do sometimes is forgive another. And in this instance, I know for me, there is a level of forgiveness of others present in this cross today. And that's why it's feeling quite hard to even explain what I'm feeling around this. So it really is letting go that you don't need. I'm feeling it's put down that cross. Don't carry it anymore. Jesus himself had let go of the cross by being raised on it and then rising again. That is, if you're not Christian and you don't have a belief in that, it's a story in a book. But that's what happened, as what many people around the world do believe. And it's that sort of an essence of faith, stepping into what you believe. And if you believe that you have to carry someone else's cross or carry someone else's responsibilities, and you keep doing it, well, there's nothing wrong with that, but know that you're doing it, understand why you're doing it, or let it go, give it back to whoever it is and say, I forgive you for whatever burdens that they've placed on you. That's what I'm feeling with this. So by the end of the day, you will be able to know what areas they're in, that's in, and be able to release it and forgive. So as far as focus on the good with that as the center, the struggles at times are what gives you that strength. I'm just going to shift it. Hang on, I will shift it around. The struggles that we have sometimes, here it can feel like a struggle. 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 To me, all of these cards today could feel like a struggle, except we, in our role, we are standing tall. We are standing firmly in our strength, in being who we are. Be who you are. And by the end of the day, with that central card being that faith, faith in self, faith in what the process is, the walk is, faith in how you can remain calm and steady and forgive. I think that I'm even finding it hard to communicate it. I'm feeling that that is the message for me in this day today, for that card being in the center, for the cross being in the center, is forgiveness, love and understanding, and forgiveness. So, oh, that's wonderful. You're hoping Rambo's ashes come home today. Oh, that's wonderful. You'll be able to spend that time in memories and, holding that space as you receive his ashes back. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being here this morning. It does seem to be what for me could be a difficult day. Feel into that spread where your eyes are going mostly, as you're looking at it again and sensing what is the message in this for me. I've explained how it's felt for me as I've read through them. You look at it for yourself too, and how it feels for you, and which card is the one that your eye is drawn to mostly, and use that. I know for me, I'm still looking out of the peripheral vision. There is that beautiful owl card saying, "Focus on the good." It's a gorgeous little card. It's almost like I am making those cards my mantra, and everything else around that is going to be what helps build on that as far as an understanding of my experience that'll be today, and in that vein. So, thank you. Did I put up yours, Keza? Thank you, Keza, for being here. Thank you, Estelle, wishing me a wonderful day. Thank you, and to you, wishing you all a beautiful day, even if it's dull and it starts raining and all of that. Thank you, Sarah, sending me love. Thank you. It just, look, we can send out love to each and every one of us, to each other, as we see these names listing in the chat stream. Send love out to each one of you. Sending love out to each one of you, to Kathy, Keza, Kim, Carol, Estelle, Sarah, Karen, Mia, even Flower Boy, whoever Flower Boy is, Judy. It's wonderful to have you all involved in being present, to spend just this little bit of time for you, to help understand you that little bit more too, and growing in your strength and being the best you, trying to understand. It's not trying to understand, it is understanding you each and every present moment of the day. And that's just having some mindfulness around the rest of your day too. So thanks for being here. Be the best you, and namaste.